Hi, this is lesson 1, how to supreme a grapefruit. And you can actually do this to any citrus fruit. I'm going to start out by showing you my beautiful grapefruits here. These are my mom's grapefruits from her tree. She lives in Sun City, Arizona, not too far down the road from us. She has the tastiest grapefruits I've ever eaten in my entire life. We have a grapefruit tree in our backyard as well, but they are white grapefruits. They're not ruby red like these. You'll be able to see on the inside that these have nice red, sweet flesh. This is actually from our grapefruit tree. They're actually blooming right now. And when you walk outside and walk by the trees, it's just, the air is just thick with the aroma of citrus. It's so beautiful. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. Your two tools today are gonna be a nice cutting block, and then you're gonna have a very thin bladed knife that you're gonna work with. You don't want a short blade because you want something that you're gonna be able to actually curve around more. That's super thin, and the short blades are usually a lot fatter than this. So I'm gonna start out by turning my grapefruit on its side, belly button out, and I'm gonna go through so that I can create a stable cutting surface. Top and bottom come off. As you can see, that really red flesh inside that gives you that super sweet juice. Now I'm gonna start just cutting in a U fashion around the grapefruit. And my first cut is usually kind of just to see how thick the flesh goes. And it's always just kind of a sample for me to kind of gauge where I need to be. And then I'm just gonna follow around until I get all of that cut away. Now this right here, this white, is bitter. It's called the pith. And you don't want that attached to your segments. I'm gonna show you real quick what we're going for. These are some segments I did earlier. And these you can use just to eat. I usually have a grapefruit pretty much every morning when they're in season. I go rate them from my mom's tree, and then I have them early in the morning. And I always like to eat them at room temperature because they're actually sweeter that way. So don't store them in the refrigerator unless they're actually coming towards the end of their life. Then it might be a good idea to put them in the refrigerator to give them an extended life. So I'm just gonna go ahead and keep doing this, cutting around and cutting away. And if you leave some behind, you can come back, and you're actually never gonna not see that vein right there that runs through. That's what keeps the segments together, or separates the segments. How about that? So I'm just gonna keep going around, and I turn the grapefruit, come back here and clean this up a little bit. And it may take you a few times to get used to doing this, but once you do, this is great because you can use these grapefruits to put in salads or just eat plain like this. You don't have to worry about seeds or anything like that. So I'm done. It was pretty quick. So now what we're doing is we're gonna just follow our little guides here, which again are the ribs that are on either side of the segments. And we're gonna take our knife, and in a V-shaped fashion, we're just gonna follow on either side of the segment down alongside that white rib. And then once you do that, it should just fall away, and that's what you're left with inside of there. So I'm just gonna keep doing that and going around. And again, I'm cutting towards myself, so be careful. You're actually not supposed to cut towards yourself, but sometimes that can be helped. Just gonna keep going around and cutting my segments free. The first time I ever had my mom's grapefruits was, I don't know, probably about 7 years ago when I came to visit her. And I had always liked grapefruits growing up, but always put tons of sugar on them. When you get a good fresh grapefruit that's super sweet, you don't need that sugar. So I'm almost done here. And they're just falling away nice and easily. There's some nice big segments. My grandkids actually love these too. All right, so we're all done there. So I'm gonna take what's left of all of this veins and I'm gonna just squeeze it. And if you see, we had one seed fall out. These aren't super seedy grapefruits, but when you are doing this with an orange or something that has more seeds in it, when you squeeze, if you just kind of hold your finger, you see that seed dropped into my hand? Hold your fingers there loosely so the juice continues to run through, but your fingers catch the seeds. And you can do that when you're juicing lemons as well. So that's it. That's our grapefruit segments right there, or supremes as we call them. And I'm just gonna eat one of them, and then that's it for today. Bye-bye.